You, right now, listening to this video, might be winning a large chunk of silver for free. 2 of you actually, so your chances just doubled. All you have to do is click one button, subscribe. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to jump out of an airplane and announce the 2 winners mid-flight with a GoPro attached to my helmet so you could watch it all unfold. I'm going skydiving in celebration of 100,000 subscribers, so you can celebrate winning while I'm literally falling out of the sky, hopefully not to my death. Make sure you don't miss it, because this will be a beautifully horrific sight to see.
Connection established.
This week's specials at Miles Franklin are 90% junk silver coins, only $1.99 over spot. Also pre-1933 $20 gold liberties, $65 over spot. And last but not least, 1 ounce palladium bars, $119 over spot. Email, text, or call me, slayer@milesfranklin.com, and I will hook you up. It's not surprising that silver is now rapidly rising. We all knew this was inevitable because the gold to silver ratio was so out of whack, meaning silver's underpriced compared to gold. And when the ratio starts to normalize, which it's now doing, this means silver is going to start outperforming gold, which is exactly what's happening. Silver was down to $22.28, and now it's about to break above $25.50, and it's not showing any sign of slowing down. This is exactly why I've been telling everybody that silver is the better buy right now, because it is extremely underpriced compared to gold. A lot of people had a hard time understanding that. It's nice to root for gold when it's the highest price it's ever been in 5,000 years, and it's very easy to kind of look down upon silver when it's not even half of its all-time high. But you should be looking at that backwards. You should be saying, wow, silver's extremely cheap compared to gold and compared to the dollar, but compared to gold, silver is extremely cheap. The gold to silver ratio right now is at 90-1, meaning it is inevitably going to start lowering, and when that happens, that means silver is going to start outperforming its big brother, which we now see. And I'm not trying to say I told you so. I'm not trying to prove anyone right or wrong. I'm just showing the importance of the gold to silver ratio and how you can tell which metal is the better buy at a specific point in time. That's why there's been so many articles saying silver's about to start outperforming gold, or that silver's the better buy right now. This isn't about rooting for one metal or the other. Just because my name is Silver Slayer doesn't mean I want silver to do better than gold. Just looking at the gold to silver ratio at this point in time showed that silver's the better buy because the ratio is extremely high. 90-1 is extremely high. If the ratio was 40-1, gold would be the better buy. And that is just factual, because that means gold is extremely undervalued compared to silver. The average ratio is around 75-1. When it's there, either or is a great option, but you could use the gold to silver ratio at any given time to tell which one is undervalued or overvalued compared to the other. So let's dive into 2 different articles, one from FX Empire, the other from Wealth Daily. They both give great insight on gold and silver moving forwards, so I really want to share these with you guys and break them down. Remember, like the video and make sure to leave a comment on what you think about this. So, silver's shining moment, the precious metals surge and potential to outshine gold. Gold has been on an epic run since October last year, rallying from the near $1,800 level to score back-to-back all-time record highs this month. Not once, not twice, but on multiple occasions. Last week, gold prices set a record high within striking distance of $2,200 an ounce to surpass the yellow metal's previous all-time highs of $2,159 an ounce reached only a day earlier, extending its gains by an impressive 21% within the short space of 5 months. Meanwhile, silver prices have climbed above the key psychological level of $25 an ounce for the first time in 2024. And this could just be the beginning. And why did they say psychological level? Well, it's like going to Walmart. They're going to price something $19.99 instead of $20, because just seeing the number 19, even if it's a penny difference, looks a lot cheaper. And once people see 25, since it never really breaks above that, there's a lot of psychological perspective to that, of people saying, oh, silver's above 25, is it going to head to 26 now? And that's just a psychological resistance level. They use that a lot, and a lot of this market is based off speculation and perception. So while gold has seen a huge surge in bullish momentum, the gold to silver ratio has remained relatively steady, currently trading around 87, which means it takes 87 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. In other words, silver is undervalued and presents a massive upside potential. According to analysts at GSC Commodity Intelligence, silver has a habit of lagging behind gold for extended periods of time. But once it gets going, it really gets going. And this is the part where I talk about patience, because it lags behind for extended periods of time. So people see gold doing so well, not knowing that this is just waiting for silver to catch up. So they say gold's doing so great, all-time highs. Silver's not doing anything. It's still $23. Why would I touch silver? Look at gold doing so good. Not knowing that that just means that gold is overpriced compared to silver, and silver is going to catch up eventually. And that's what we're starting to see happen. That's just facts. That's facts, literally, comparing the gold to silver ratio as a tool. So once it gets going, it really gets going. And that's because silver's more volatile. It's a much smaller market, so it moves at much more extreme percentages. So in other words, silver is undervalued and presents massive upside potential. So once again, once it gets going, it really gets going. Historically, gold will shoot up first, and then you will see silver take off rapidly. And silver always outperforms. That is exactly what we could see play out again. Now remember, it always outperforms. Silver is like gold on steroids. So you got to remember that. But also underperforms for the opposite. Higher highs, but also lower lows. Gold is more stable. So Federal Reserves influence silver's potential surge amid interest rate cuts. One of the most recent examples is the pandemic era, which led the Federal Reserve cut interest rates to stimulate a faltering economy. As a result, over an 18-month period, gold prices tallied up 39% gain, rising above $2,000 an ounce, while silver skyrocketed above $30 an ounce, notching up a 147% increase. Yes, you heard me correctly. Silver went up 147% within an 18-month period. If you haven't been stacking that long, this is what I'm talking about when I say your assumption or perspective on silver might not be as accurate as you think just because you've been in it for a year or so and haven't seen much. Remember, just about a little over 10 years ago, silver was $50. But in 2020, silver was the #1 performing asset. It beat gold, it beat Tesla stocks, it beat Amazon. Silver was the #1 performing asset. If you don't watch my channel, you probably didn't know because nobody talked about it. If it would have been Tesla or Amazon, everyone would have been making articles. It was $11, $10 in March of 2020, and then shot up to above $30. Above $30 within February 2021 during the Wall Street silver movement. So it went from $10 to $30 within an 18-month period. If a long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks are correct with their forecast, silver fortunes could be about to turn again in the second half of 2024 when the Federal Reserve is expected to start cutting interest rates. And whichever way you look at it, one thing is clear: silver is still relatively cheap compared to gold, and that certainly has a lot of catching up to do. In my opinion, silver is definitely the best trade right now and the one to watch heading into the second quarter of the year, especially given the November election and the wars and the amount of silver needed and the shortage. I'm not trying to sound like a stickler for silver. Gold is still a great asset. I'm just being factual. Right now, silver makes a lot more sense. And that's a fact. So will silver prices go up in 2024? Navigating a sea of possibilities. So this one just talks about this tentative trajectory, potential growth, supply chain concerns, geopolitical landscape, monetary policy, a balancing act, technological advancements, double-edged sword, and then investment strategies in a dynamic market, which is diversification is key, staying informed is paramount, subscribe to my channel, seeking professional guidance, you could do that too. I'm not a financial advisor or whatever. I'm not someone who is credited to give you guys financial advice. I share why I love precious metals, why I think they are the wisest, safest, smartest investment, like many other silver stacking channels do on YouTube or investment channels, right? The fact is, the dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. Precious metals have been and always will be the safe haven assets. Literally, they're called safe haven assets because you store your wealth. It's like putting your money in a time capsule as the dollar loses its purchasing power. There's a reason why all the wealthiest, smartest, most powerful people in the world all buy silver and gold. Made a video about that 3 days ago, why billionaires, central banks in the most powerful countries in the world all buy gold and silver. A lot of them silver. Bill Gates, Elon Musk bought a silver mine. Jim Rogers, Warren Buffett invest into silver and gold. You could look at physical or ETFs or mining stocks. Stick with physical. If you can't hold, you don't own it. So to wrap this article up, it says, will silver prices go up? Conclusion, a market ripe for careful navigation. The silver market in 2024 presents a complex landscape interwoven with both promising opportunities and potential challenges. While industrial demand and safe haven appeal are likely to provide underlying support, the interplay of geopolitical tensions and Federal Reserve's actions and technological advancements will significantly influence the price trajectory. That is the thing I really hope you guys also understand, is there's so many unknown variables. So you might say, or you might hear someone say, silver's gonna reach $26, and they will give X, Y, and Z like they are so certain on that. But what they're not considering is the unknown variables, the things that we could never see coming. And we are living in a day and age where it seems like every single day something new gets thrown in that we never saw coming. It's called logarithmic decay. Things are happening faster and faster and faster, and things you could have never possibly imagined, things that used to happen once every 6 months are now happening once a week. And it's getting worse and worse. So with that type of situation, this logarithmic decay, imagine in 6 months from now, imagine by November, what things are going to look like, or how many new things, new unknown variables are going to happen that we could have never, ever seen coming. And that's almost a guarantee. That's for certain. So don't ever take a price forecast or a price, any type of price prediction. Don't take it too serious, for the better or for the worse. You got to just remember, this isn't about making money. This is money itself. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, if you guys wanted a chance to win silver, make sure you go subscribe, because we are quickly approaching 100,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you all enough. And it's looking like within a couple of weeks we will hit that goal, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. and then I will be skydiving. I don't want to, but it's the most extreme thing I could think about. Or, you know, I was thinking, how could I make this the most epic giveaway ever, since 100K is so monumental? And I was like, well, skydiving is the most extreme thing people do. So unfortunately, I have to go skydiving. It's just, I gotta go all the way. I'm not gonna half-ass anything. And hopefully it'll be good, a good giveaway for you guys, and hopefully a good video to watch as well. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, slayer@milesfranklin.com if you guys want any silver. There's no minimum level. You could buy anything or everything you want. We have great prices on everything. I will make sure you guys are taken care of. You can call me, email me, text me, whatever, and I'll hook you guys up. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.